Iridium coming to you from the car again. Album review time. Just in case you haven't watched my other videos explaining why I'm doing them in the car. Literally tons of releases have just come out the last couple of days. So I haven't got time to do them at home. I'm doing them at work, in my break, recording them. Otherwise you'll get them on the toilet. No one wants to see that. I'll tell you that now. So this next band I'm going to review, I'm blown away by this release. This is an album by a band called Thy Row, and it's an album called Unchained, and it's absolutely brilliant. So let me tell you now, this is immediately gone in my top albums of the year. And if you look back at my album reviews, I'm probably saying that on a lot of albums, but seriously, this is a brilliant album. A metal band that infuse some parts of other music, I would say. I mean, they're so good at what they do. You could say they're slightly progressive, but I'm only talking slightly, only within the guitar playing mainly, and some of the tempo changes and stuff like that. There's very cool band, but they are, I would just call them a straight metal band with some little touches of other stuff. Now, they mixed modern music with 80s melodies perfectly. Quite heavy, but always melodic in every song. This band were formed in 2017. This is their debut album. They've had an EP out. They're from Finland. This is on Rockshot Records. Let me run you through the band. Michael Salo on vocals. Now, man, this guy's got a really bright future with this band. He has got such a strong voice. It's in the vein of, if you want to talk about classic singers, he's got that rasp of Dio. But if you want to talk about more modern singers, you know, you're talking in the realms of Dino Chalusic, Jon Londe. He's got that real power to his voice. Russell Allen, them sort of singers. So you know what I'm talking about here. Great singer. On the guitars, are two brilliant musicians. Man, these guys are fantastic. You see Lalainen and Vil Vasse, I think that's how you pronounce them. So dual guitars, so busy, so intricate, so melodic. Brilliant. Juho Jokimis on the bass and Timi Snake Laitinen on the drums. Oh my God, I'm just terrible. Just, can you guys just have English names just for me? So these two guys, the bass player and the drums. This is really intricate stuff on this album. So these guys are in top-notch form. The bass player and the drummer are just absolutely fantastic. Honestly, the whole band are so talented. They've just come out of nowhere and I'm just blown away. Great sound to this album as well. It's mixed by UC Craft and mastered by Svante Forsback. Now, apparently he's done some stuff for more modern bands like Rammstein and I believe Volbeat. So this, by the way, this album doesn't sound anything like Rammstein and Volbeat. It's a lot better than that. But it's got that modern touch. But like I said, the melody is just out of this world on this album. A lot more than those last two bands I mentioned. So, track by track. Road Goes On is a starter. Great rocker. A groove that rides along on a great chugging riff, whilst sort of veering off into real little intricate melodies. A great chorus that sort of loosely sort of follows the guitar riff. So the vocals are sort of loosely following that. The first of many great explosive solos. Amazing solo. Great start to the album, Road Goes On. The Round is next. Another chugging groove here, keeping that heavy energy. Vocals here, very cool. Got an aggression to them. Like I said, that sort of Dio, Jon Londe aggression. They sound like they mean it, these guys. The chorus is a real grower. Not immediate on this one, but first time round. But like all great songs, as the song progresses, it just grabs you by the end of the song. Next up is Unchained. This is the title track. An excellent scream after a Jake E. Lee-esque riff kicks the song off. The verses here are, sort of have a stomp in parts. A very cool modern but melodic chorus. This time more immediate than the last song. The band really mix up that modern era with 80s aspects brilliantly. Perfect. A brilliant track. those screams at the end, man, just showing his vocal range as well. Absolutely fantastic. Horizons is the next one. This is a single. And yet the fire burning, still inside it's catching. A great guitar melody sort of leads us in, and we get some great Dio-esque vocals again. Another brilliant mid-paced tempo song that brings the heaviness, but yet again, a great soaring chorus, so catchy. There's also real complexity with some of the guitar work on this one. One of my favourite songs, actually, Horizons. Standout song. Hidebound is next. A real sort of sludgy riff kicks this one off. And when you get a great verse with that sludgy feel, but when we get another upbeat soaring chorus, great contrast between the two. Again, the band explode with these modern parts of their metal, especially in this song. This has a real modern feel to it, explosive feel as well. Just Fine is next. A great metal riff kicks off, then we get a full-blooded classic Dio-esque metal vibe, which really ramps up the heaviness. Another great melodic metal chorus that just opens up, giving you that real cool modern feel more to this song in that part. Love the way the band changes direction within songs, but never stray sort of away from each other. They sort of cohesive, very cohesive, whatever sound they use. Down on My Knees is next. This is a ballad-esque sort of song. Now, I do score my songs just to give me an idea of how good they are. I've given this a 10 out of 10. So it starts off with an acoustic opening, then reminds me of The Smoke Is Going Down by Scorpions, that sort of real slow acoustic sort of song. Then quickly the band are joining the track and turns into an epic slow to medium paced track that is just perfect. An absolutely amazing solo that just reeks class. Fantastic. There's been some amazing ballads this year, I must admit. This joins them and maybe tops them. Honestly, Down on My Knees is just the perfect song. And then we move into a really cool part of the album. Tracks 8, 9 and 10 are a sort of a concept, if you like, called The Downfall. So you've got The Downfall Part 1 is track 8. Now what you get on these, even though they're joined as a subject matter, I suppose, they sound totally separate. They're not joined into each other musically. They're totally 3 different songs. Now, I'm not sure what the concept is. I know about the last track, which I'm going to speak about when I get to it, but The Downfall Part 1, Killing All Inside, is track 8. So the heaviness kicks in, and with that great metal groove this band has, this is an amazing song, actually. This is back to that classic metal sound, but still feels so sort of current. Love the main riff running through this one, complete with some great guitar squeals going on this one. And what a breakdown after the solo, man. Just absolutely head thumping. Part 2 of The Downfall, Beyond Reason. The heaviness continues as you get that metal sound that the band are just perfect at. Again, the Dio-esque vibes coming through to me, especially on those verses. This one has sort of a Zakk Wylde-esque guitar heroics, if you know what I mean. That squealing bit. A blistering heavy chorus that again has those modern touches to sort of tick every sort of thing a metal fan wants out of a song. Amazing band. These 3 tracks at the end are probably some of the best on the album. And then we finish with the only track that I heard before I listened to the album, which blew my mind, The Downfall Part 3, Fragments of Memory. So I know that in this one it deals with dementia. So I don't know if all these 3 tracks do that. I haven't delved into them lyrically because, like I said, I've got too many albums to listen to, but, you know, this one actually deals with dementia, and it has a great video which shows that as well. So, like I said, this blew my mind when I first heard it. This song sort of sums up exactly what this band do throughout this album. It's got everything in it. It's got the melody, it's got the modern touches, it's got the guitar, just complexity running through it. If you like this song, which you probably heard if you're watching my channel and you heard me react to it, you'll love the whole album. Seriously, this immediately, and like I said at the beginning, has hit my top albums of the year on first listen. Outstanding album. I can't get enough of this band. They are superb. check them out. Totally recommended. I think it's available on all platforms. I'm not sure, maybe physical copy. Check it out on the band's website. Definitely like and subscribe to their Facebook page. Do whatever you have to do to get bands like this going. They are superb. They've got a bright future ahead of them if there's any justice in this world. Let me know what you think of them in the comments. I'll see you next time.